Hi Sagittarius, welcome. So Sagittarius, this is going to be your spiritual tarot reading, and we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. When I was meditating to prepare for the reading, I was getting messages about freedom and rebellion and this very enthusiastic type of vibe I felt coming through for you Sagittarius. So you might really feel like drawn to be a little bit more free in your approach to life, or a little bit more wanting more freedom in your life. It also kind of had this sense of like, yeah, just kind of striking out on your own, doing what you want because you want it, not letting other people tell you what to do. It did kind of feel like a youthful rebellion type of vibe. I don't care what your actual age is. I feel like if you were drawn to this reading, then right now you might be in this group of Sagittariuses that want to live your best life. Like, who cares how old you are, right? Wanting to get out there more, wanting to have more experiences in your life as well. And so I really love this energy for you, Sag, because this is kind of like right in your wheelhouse of, you know, things that would be compatible with the Sagittarius personality. So let's see what other cards we get. And it's the 9th house. It's the 9th freaking house, which is your house. Sagittarius energy. And now they're giving me that song. Our house. Yeah, right in your wheelhouse. I feel like you might feel more like a Sag over these next few weeks than you've ever felt like a Sag in your life. And it's not even your birthday season yet. It's just highlighting who you truly are. And who you truly are is an adventure seeker, Sagittarius. Someone who's interested in learning new things. A faith-based, spiritual person. This also talks about risk-taking, so be careful with that. You might be prone to some risk-taking over these next few weeks. And since we're in a retrograde until early October, I would say, I wouldn't go too far out there on a limb, Sagittarius. So let's see what else. And oh, also, while I was meditating, I was getting a song that reminded me of the movie Empire Records. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that movie. It came out, I think, in the early 2000s, late 90s. I'm not really sure. Excellent movie. But the lyrics to the song was, I get what I want. And so I also feel like that being your mantra, right? As we go into October, is like, I get what I want. It's a little bit of a bratty type of energy, but also at the same time, I find it inspiring, because it's almost like you're getting to this point in your life where you just don't want to settle, and you don't need to settle. So you have the 10 of Wands here showing up, Sagittarius. So sometimes this talks about taking it too far, though, so you want to stay balanced in your approach. You don't want to overhaul everything in your life. You don't want to take, like I said, too big of risks before the retrograde is up at the beginning of October, or you might create some unnecessary burdens for yourself. So don't create struggles that don't need to be there. Keep a balanced mind, heart, and soul, and I feel like, you know, you'll be okay in this energy. But some of you, maybe also, especially if you've been taking on a lot of burdensome type of problems, you know, or things have been weighing really heavy on you, that could also be where this like drive to rebel or to escape is coming from. Some of y'all just want to like run away. I don't know. From that type of energy. I don't mean literally run away, although maybe. But like to kind of get away mentally, spiritually, emotionally from that. I am a Sagittarius in my Venus. I'm a Venus in Sag, and I can tell you I'm in desperate need of a vacation right now. So I resonate with that. All right, so now we're going to go into the heart space, Sagittarius. I'm sorry, the head space first and the current energies. The heart space, how you're feeling underneath all of that. And then the big spiritual picture. So And out pops the Nine of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Emperor. Yeah, don't create drama where there doesn't need to be drama, okay? Sometimes, especially the fire elements, right? Like when you get, no. When you get agitated, sometimes you have a tendency to take that agitation out on others, and sometimes unintentionally create more of a problem than a solution. And so really be careful with that, especially if you're dealing with another fire sign, Aries in particular, or an air sign, okay? Anyways, so I feel like, yeah, Sagittarius, your defenses are a little bit up, right? But I also feel like this protective energy coming through of like wanting to protect yourself from getting dragged into any sort of conflict or drama. And at the same time, by you simply giving your attention to the negativity and drama, you are now becoming a part of it. It's almost like in your observation and judgment of other people's drama or struggles, just simply being the perceiver also includes you in that energy. So be careful with that too. Like if you're in a situation where, you know, you're dealing with someone or people who have like a lot of stuff going on in their life and you're the observer of it, make sure that you're trying the best that you can to see that through the eyes of love and compassion, right? Because what you judge, you also become. It's just law of attraction. Meaning what you observe and your opinion of it matters a lot, because it dictates how you're going to feel at the end of the day, and also what you're going to attract into your life, right? So I feel like that being really important for some reason. Some of you might be like judging someone's ability or inability to like come out of a struggle, but in your judgment of them, you also become part of that struggle type of energy. Like somehow it consumes you, or it becomes now your problem, simply because you're giving a lot of focus to it. I hope this is making sense. Be careful about that. Because I actually feel like you want to avoid drama. I don't feel like you're wanting, you know, beef or whatever. That's not even how I talk, but wanting an issue. But yet at the same time, it's like you're somehow inviting it or entertaining it with what you're giving a lot of focus to. You know, and a lot of us do that. We unintentionally invite these types of situations into our life because of what we're naturally giving our focus to, you know, or where our thoughts are going on a day-to-day basis. So be very aware of the types of thoughts that you're thinking, the types of content that you're watching, and how that's impacting you emotionally. All right. On the flip side of that, Sagittarius, I get a sense of like you feeling more on top of things, more in control and balanced. So it's like in the big picture, in the big scheme of things, you are like able to maintain your balance, but it's also going to be really easy for you to go off course or go off balance if you start giving focus to the struggle of something or a conflict here. And then you kind of get sucked into this burdensome energy where other people's problems now have become your problem. Be careful who you invite into your life and into your energy during this time frame as well, especially over the last 2 weeks of September, especially over the next 2 weeks. If you want to keep the peace, you want to keep the balance, keep your nose out of it, and or opinion out of it, and or stay in your lane. And if you're dealing with the Sagittarius, you know, the same advice goes to you, all right? Yeah, this is not the time to cross any boundaries. So let's see what's going on in the emotional space. Like, I keep getting like this image, right, of, and I'm going to use, yes, I'm going to use Britney Spears as a reference. She's a Sagittarius. I am not comparing all Sagittariuses to Britney Spears at all. Not at all. But There's one thing that always stuck out to me that she did that was so Sagittarius, and that is when she shaved her head. When she had finally had it about people telling her what to look like and what to do, and she was rebelling, and she shaved her head. And it was, you know, a lot, people have a lot of opinions why that is, but mostly it was like an FU. Don't tell me who to be. Don't tell me how to do my hair. Watch, I'll shave my hair. I'll shave my head off. You can't make me be anything I don't want to be. And it was the ultimate act of rebellion, which she rebelled in a lot of different ways as well. But that's what happens when you suppress one of the most freedom-loving zodiac signs of all the zodiac signs. Like Sagittarius, you are the sign of freedom and travel and adventure. And to be put into a box or told what to do would be like hell on earth for most Sages. And I just feel like you wouldn't stand for it, right? She didn't stand for it. She rebelled in the only way she could. But I'm giving you that example, not to bring celebrity gossip into a tarot reading, but because I feel like that is the energy I'm feeling for you, Sag. This type of like, you will not tell me how to run my life, or what I can and cannot do, or if I can shave my head or not. Not saying that any of you are going to shave your head, but you know what I mean? I just feel like this very, I don't want to say forceful, but a force to be reckoned with type of vibe coming through the Sagittarius energy. But there again, there's a fine line there, because sometimes that could also lead to drama. So I guess they're saying find balance here, Sagittarius. Be assertive, but not domineering, right? Be adventurous, but not impulsive, okay? Be honest, but not hurtful. You know, because I feel like you can assert your independence and your ability to be who you want to be without having to go to those extremes, right? Of doing something crazy or shaving your head, you know, or whatever. But, you know, have a balanced approach is the encouragement, right? And I feel like as I'm telling you this, I almost am a little hesitant, because I kind of feel like a lot of you would be like, don't tell me how to do this. So you do whatever you want. Okay, I'm just the messenger. Like, I'm just giving you some guidance here. Okay, so the Five of Swords, the Star, the King of Wands, and Judgment. Okay, so on an emotional level, there does seem to be a little bit of a disconnect, definitely some stressors going on. You might have periods of agitation as well over the next few weeks where everything feels really heavy, but I feel like it's just a blip in time, Sagittarius, before you'll get balanced again and get organized again and flip more into this hopeful, confident energy. It's almost like a lot of you are also learning how to not stress over things that you don't even have control over. And one of the things you don't ever have control over is other people's judgments of you or perception of you. And the more you try to appease or mold yourself so that others will like you, the more you lose yourself in the process, because it's not your job to become what everybody thinks is acceptable. It's your job to love you, and others will either accept it or not. And so there's this big message here about giving yourself the freedom, right, to release the need to care how you are perceived by another. Because the true bondage that you want freedom from, the true bondage you're trying to escape, has nothing to do with your physical environment and everything to do with the way that you're thinking, perceiving, and feeling about it. It's like almost like you freeing yourself from that bondage by giving yourself permission to be whoever you want to be. The truth shall set you free. Can I say that? and the truth shall set you free. I have no idea what I just said before that. Got a little tongue-tied there. But I feel like this message is coming out like very forceful. And I'm sorry if I'm coming off like that. That's how it's coming through. It's almost like some of y'all are creating your own problems and headaches because you're caring too much about how another person may see you or feel, or how they're handling their problems. And you don't have control over any of that. You don't have control over any of that. And all it does is stress you out, make you defensive, get all in your head, which disempowers you, which makes you feel insecure, which has an effect on your physical body. Now you feel exhausted, perhaps even depressed, not sure why. And why? Because you're giving too much focus to the negative aspects or other people's thoughts or perspectives or judgments. And as you separate yourself from that, as you start to learn that you really don't have control over that, right? But you do have control over how you feel about you, and if you love you, and if you're in alignment with who you are. And in so by doing that, you bring about healing within yourself, you restore your confidence, and then you manifest some sort of wish fulfillment. So it's almost like, you see how I've divided the cards out? It's almost like it could go one of two ways. And who's the decider of your fate? You, and how you choose to perceive it. All right, wow, let's go a little bit deeper. So what is the big spiritual picture? Queen of Cups. And the Wheel. So again, the message came out divided. And it could be too that like you feel a little bit divided within. There's a part of you that is analytical, that doesn't want to pretend everything's okay when it's not. You know, this part of you that's like, okay, there's a problem here. It seems natural for most of us to pay attention to the problem because we somehow think we're going to solve it by doing that, but you don't. You just create more of a problem. And then it's almost like when it gets too heavy, you come to the realization that, wow, thinking about the problem is only creating more of a problem, so then you let it go. And then when you let it go, here comes a solution. Balance restored. Things working out. It's almost like there's an internal conflict going on within you that may also be expressed and experienced external from you. But anything that happens external from you is always a reflection of what you have going on internally. So if you're feeling split, or you're arguing or judging yourself on a regular basis, do not be surprised when you experience that judgment from others in your external experience, because the universe is always mirroring back to you what you got going on with the most important relationship in your life, and that is the relationship between you and you, how you feel about yourself. So I feel like you definitely have a choice here, and the choice is how you're going to perceive something and therefore how you will react. One choice leads to isolation, a sense of loneliness, a feeling of depletion. And then one choice or perception leads to tranquility, peace of mind, free-flowing energy, and a stroke of luck. Well, that sounds like a no-brainer, doesn't it? But, you know, it's just not that easy, right? Especially if you have developed behaviors or reactions that don't serve you. But this is a good time to look within and ask yourself, does that behavior still serve me? When I react that way, or when I dwell on that thing, does it ever turn out positive? Do I ever feel good when I do that? It's important to constantly reevaluate your thinking and ask yourself, do those thoughts serve me? Do those beliefs still serve me, or can I let it go? Can I let it go? And if it's creating more burdens in your life and more stress and anxiety, I would say that those are thoughts worth releasing. No matter how realistic they are, they're not serving you. They don't serve a purpose, right? So there's also this message here about like internal reflection and going within and then making decisions in your highest good. And I just think it's so funny that the cards literally parsed themselves out in two pathways that you could choose. One pathway feels amazing and nets you something really good. One pathway feels miserable and leaves you feeling depleted. And you're making this choice internally by what you're giving your focus and your thoughts to. It's crazy that you have to convince people to think good thoughts, and that feeling good is a good thing, and that leads to more good things. But we are so hardwired as a society to see it the other way around. We think that if we focus on the problem and we work real hard and we burden ourselves, that somehow something good will come out of feeling bad. But the only thing that comes out of feeling bad is more bad, because that's what law of attraction does. It takes wherever you're at energetically and emotionally, and it matches it. Oh, you feel bad? Well, here's more to feel bad about. Oh, you feel good? Here's more to feel good about. And where do you come in? You're the one deciding which direction you're headed towards based on what you're giving focus to. Are you giving focus to a lot of negative thoughts? Well, that's what you're going to match up with. Or are you giving focus to a lot of positive thoughts? That's what you're going to match up to. It's the power of positive thinking, right, guys? So, wow, I don't even know what to title this reading. Like, I was, I feel like I don't know. I hope that you resonated with this. Maybe I'll title it, Dana Takes You to Church. I don't know. Preachy. I don't know. It's like, Sag energy always brings this out of me, y'all, in the Aries readings and Gemini's readings. I don't know why that is, but y'all have a powerful influence. All right, so you have the card of self-love. It says, now is the time to love, nurture, and heal yourself. Self-love is not simply a state of mind about feeling good. It is also a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from the actions you take to support your body, mind, and soul. So again, this card is talking about self-love being a state of mind about feeling good, purposely choosing to feel good, but also appreciating yourself as you are right here, right now, and that being the key to your success. So, Sagittarius, wow, beautiful reading. Zodiac signs you could be connecting to or have in your own chart. I have Sagittarius, Capricorn energy. I also have Aquarius, Leo, Pisces, Libra, Aries, Libra again. Yep, those are the primary signs that I'm seeing, but take what resonates, leave what doesn't, guys. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have videos over there. Tarot Time with Dana, all of it linked in the description box below, as well as in the About section of my YouTube, where you can find the donation link. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so there. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very, very best, Sagittarius. And until next time, my friends, namaste.